Yo, SojuTalk Nation! On this week's episode, we'll be discussing the best and most disappointing K-pop songs of 2021. We'll also be cooking up some spicy news coverage and keeping you updated in State of the Nation. So prepare your body, turn up the volume because we coming in hot. Hit me with that intro. Hey, what's up everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 148, and we're recording on Monday, July 19th, 2021. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Boom. I think Warren has an announcement this week, so hit us with it.
Oh yeah. We got a cool show on the side that Crispy on the Discord does called the SojuTalk Nation podcast. Features a lot of people from our Discord server. I was on it on Soju Sessions. The episode should have dropped by now, or is gonna drop sometime during this week. Came on to talk about. Remember, like 2 or so episodes ago, I did a whole 10-minute rant. Breaking down why I'm just disappointed with this year and last year.
Yes.
We broke that down further, and we talked about it for an hour. So if that rant was interesting to you, you should go check it out. We also talked about Marvel, Loki and whatnot. That was pretty cool. Shout outs to I just almost made a spoiler. I'm not gonna do a spoiler at the beginning of the show. So go check it out.
Yeah, and if you want to find that channel or where that's at, just type SojuTalk Nation on YouTube and you should be able to find where they're at.
Or any other podcasting platform.
We are now at part 1 of SojuTalk episode 148, where we normally discuss big new releases, but we're not doing that this week. We're going to choose a spicy song king and hit you with the music show winners. Boom. All right, this is normally the section where we do big new releases, but as you can see in the title this week, what we are doing is we are going to be talking about the best K-pop songs of 2021 so far. Best is a clickbait term that we use this week. The songs we're going to talk about are going to be the songs that we think are good, number one, but also songs that we enjoy. So it's a combination of both those things. Of course, this is going to be completely subjective. Take it for what it is. Also, go along and, in our comment section, anywhere that you're contacting us, let us know what you think your favorite songs of the year so far are. But the way we're going to do it is we've broken this up into 4 categories. We got boy group, we got girl group, we got soloist, and we also have worst/disappointing. So for each of those categories, for the boy group, girl group, soloist, we each pick 2 songs that we think are the best of 2021. And then for disappointment/worst song of the year, we each had a pick, but we're going to just have a big conversation about the year so far. All right, let's start at boy groups, right?
All right.
Boy group songs of 2021.
Okay. I struggle with this one.
You struggled? I thought this was really easy.
Same.
I thought this was so easy for me. No, I made this list of all these songs. The 2 that I came to that I think are the best boy group K-pop songs of 2021 so far. NCT Dream, Hello Future, TXT01 Love Song. By far.
Wow.
These are the 2 best boy group songs.
Can I make a comment real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the same exact 2 songs.
Oh yeah.
Go.
Same exact 2 songs. Those are good songs. What are you gonna do?
Those also hit 2 different notes, right?
Very true.
NCT Dream is the Hello Future is a very traditional boy group song, high energy, fun, summery, a little bit summery. TXT01 Love Song, like a rock angsty thing going on,
Oh yeah.
Two different notes, and I think for NCT Dream, it's them coming back on form. For TXT01 Love Song, it's exploring a new path for them, I think.
Right.
I feel like Hello Future by NCT Dream almost was like a redefining moment of bubblegum, we've done bubblegum so many times now. We gotta do something different. These guys were look at us. We're bubblegum, but 31st century bubblegum, high tech, we're in the future, Hello Future bubblegum, right here.
It's like anthem gum too, right?
Yeah.
It's a little anthem-y for a bubblegum song.
01 Love Song I felt was the K-pop take on the emo trend that's it's almost fading out a little bit, but still I think it's kind of relevant. And honestly, I have not expected myself to like a track from TXT this much. The whole album's fine too, and I honestly have liked this track a lot more than BTS's track this year's.
Oh.
Like that says something, right? Because
this disclaimer also, we might get a little spicy this week. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Want to throw that out there.
We're talking about the worst tracks of this year, anyway. Like if
at a certain point, right?
If you're unable to handle the capsaicin, you should click the back button now. You should click the back button.
Anita, you said you struggled with picking your best K-pop boy
I
group songs
did.
of 2021.
I really did. I think when I made so originally we were going to just do a top 5, right? Like no
Right.
real categories. And to me, I was like, easy, I got it. But I only had like one guy or soloist, one group in my list because the
Wow.
rest were just girl groups.
Really?
And I feel like if I'm being like truly honest, I feel like girl groups were kind of it
Stronger?
for me this first half of the year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with the summer songs and the comebacks that happened in the beginning of the summer. I feel like that was it. Like those were the highlights for me. So with boy groups, I feel like I was struggling a little bit. So the songs that I pick were also NCT Dream, Hello Future,
Yeah.
and SHINee's Don't Call Me.
Ooh. Ooh.
And honestly, I was looking through my rankings for the Spice chart and all that, and trying to dang, I'm kind of struggling here for the guys, but
Let me say
I would
something,
say
Anita.
these two.
I think Atlantis is a better song than Don't Call Me.
Really interesting.
If I had, so we're gonna talk about like the honorable mention songs. I made a bunch of songs to go
You
through.
have
Oh,
a
yeah.
big list of them, yeah.
I honestly was close to putting both of the SHINee songs, but if I had to put one of them in my honorable mentions, it would have been Atlantis. Just saying.
Ah, I can see that too.
I do feel like between the two songs, I do feel like Atlantis has been less memorable.
True,
and,
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And Don't Call Me has been like Don't Call Me. Don't call me.
It has that weird sticking power like the aespa song has.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And like it's I did kind of criticize it when we talked about it, but at the same time I can see how it works.
It's catchy for sure.
It's catchy,
memorable.
no,
and it's memorable.
It's
Yeah.
memorable. But I also think Anita's just putting it on because she's a SHINee fan. This is not
no.
it's
Oh,
incredibly subjective over
I
here.
went through my list. I went through the list because I try to keep track of what I rank every week, and I was like,
Anita,
Oh, hello?
did we lose Anita?
Oh no, not again.
All right. She
right.
apparently went through a list, right? And, you know,
We'll find out after this quick break.
3, 2, 1. All right, we are 10 minutes in the future. We got Anita back.
I'm here.
I think when she dropped off, she was talking about going through her Spice chart list in regards to Don't Call Me, correct?
correct. Yes.
Okay.
So by kind of default, I found that I did listen to SHINee's Don't Call Me the most as far as like boy groups went. So that's where it goes.
Well, I am going 10 minutes into the future. I'm gonna say the same thing again. You are only picking that song because you are a SHINee fan.
That's not true.
All right, so other songs. If I had a third song to pick, right?
Oh, okay.
It was going to be Treasure My Treasure.
I thought about
Really?
it too. I
think that song has aged really well. It sort of has like a Hello Future type thing going, not as anthemy, but a sort of same vibe going on.
very bright.
I think that is Treasure's best song now that it's aged this much out of all the ones they've released. Other songs that I thought were good, I put a BTS song on my honorable mentions. I put Butter. Permission to Dance
Nice.
hasn't aged well over a week for me. Just saying. I had In Hypen's Drunk Days, but I always compared that to 01 Love Song, and then 01 Love Song beats that one.
Well, I feel like Drunk Days is also really good in its own respect, right? Like, it
Right.
still feels angsty, but like it's not like emo rock. It's more like
it's more like K-pop angsty.
right. It's just pop
Party
angst.
angst.
It's good. That's good too. You know.
Okay,
Bloody
another
parties.
one that I almost put in my top 2 was Epic High's Rosario featuring CL and Zico.
Is that a boy group
Oh.
track?
I mean, it's more of a boy group
qualify?
than it is a soloist, so it would be in this grouping. You know,
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. Interesting.
I also have EXO's "Don't Fight the Feeling."
Thought about it.
I have that Pentagon doo-woppy song called "Do or Not."
Cool stuff.
And then I have 17's "Ready to Love," which I don't think has very much sticking power, but I think it's just a pretty good song.
I of those, I feel like "Don't Fight the Feeling" by EXO stands out to me the most. Like
Correct.
it flows really well. That song just like has moments where it shines and it doesn't, but like everything overall is just a nice symphony of sounds, and it sounds so good. Oh.
Yeah, so like Anita said that she thinks girl groups are having a better 2021. I honestly agree with her now that I look at these lists that I made. I think that I think Hello Future stands head and shoulders. Like if I'm gonna rank between those two, that's number one so far. I think.
Okay. Wow.
Sure.
Okay.
When we talked to each other about doing the best K-pop songs of 2021, and I was like, all right, let's break it up into the groupings. Boy groups, I said that one's instantly number one for me at least.
Okay. Wow.
And then TXT01 Love Song, I do think it's head and shoulders above the other ones that I mentioned as well. And then I think for me, a close third.
So there's a gap.
I think there's a gap. Like I think there's NCT Dream, Hello Future way above, right? And then I have TXT01 Love Song and Treasures, My Treasure. And then I think there's a drop off for me. That's how I see it. You know, a lot of fun songs though. Do we see any trends going on? Angst or happy anthems? It seems right. That's what we got going on. Little bubblegummy stuff.
A little, yeah.
I feel like bubblegum is coming back a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
Both in boy groups and girl groups.
Do we want to move on to girl groups now?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
I think this one was way harder to do. Best
same.
K-pop girl group songs.
There's
of
not enough
2021.
spots.
I think there's a grouping of songs that are all kind of similar, and people generally like. The songs that come off the top of my head: Stacy's ASAP, From Us9's We Go, Weekly's After School, Brave Girls Chimaparam, Oh My Girls Dun Dun Dance are all kind of in the same pot, in my opinion. All of those songs, and they're all like above average K-pop girl group songs. Out of those, I picked my two songs out of those five.
Okay.
And the two I think are the best. I have From Us9's We Go. I think that's number one girl group song so far, first half of the year.
Oh, really? Oh.
And then number two, I think you could have picked any of them. The two that I debated the most was Weekly's After School and Stacy's ASAP, which is an ongoing debate on our server. And I picked Weekly's After School still on that.
In this civil unrest, in this civil war between After School by Weekly and ASAP by Stacy, I think like the TikTok that Therese made of us doing the save on drop on, there's like a 50-50 split. In this civil war, I would like to point out that both Team Captain America and Team Iron Man are ASAP by Stacy, Weekly by After School, After School by Weekly. You know, Team Thor doing its own thing over there. No. Here's my list, right? I agree with you on We Go. I agree with you on We Go. I think that is, for me, one of the songs of the year so far.
I agree with that.
Yep.
Very, very easily. There's something about it that just doesn't get old. You know, like I'm still listening to it every morning. You know, I'm still having fun. This is good. This is good. And the other song I'm picking is ASAP by Stacy. You know, I'm just putting that out there. You know, it's been such a hit with the kids. Such an influential track. You know what they did? Rappers named themselves after this track. You know. Mr. Rocky, you know, like this is
Ferg.
Yeah, this is the song.
This is what I'll say. I kind of dumpstered ASAP a little during Save One Drop One.
Yeah, you cray.
I have gone back. I think I said that After School's We Go was like a 9 and ASAP was like a 7 on that episode.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I went back and listened to ASAP many times over the past couple days in preparation for this episode. It's now an 8.5 to me. It's upgraded itself significantly on my chart. I actually struggled. I was thinking of doing the reverse card in Uno and actually putting it on the 2, but you know I stuck through with After School. Anita, what were your two? What two girl group songs do you think are the best ones from 2020?
Well, see, I didn't have to pick one or the other. I just put both of them.
So Anita put Stacy's ASAP and Weekly's After
Yes.
School.
Correct. But I see, as I mentioned before, We Go was on my original list. Brave Girls was on my original list. And that almost took up all of my top 5
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Bro, you've been voting for Chimaparam by Brave Girls for like a solid month.
Okay. I blame that on the timing, you know? If Chimabaram was against Stacy and Weekly, it might be a different story as far as rankings. But
I'm
in the
just
grand
saying.
scheme of things, ASAP and After School have been the top girl bops this year and a half.
I'm gonna let you finish, Anita, but Chimaparam's not even in my honorable mentions. Just saying. I
see.
I think when compared to the Roland song, I can't even put it in my honorable mentions.
Oofed up.
I'm gonna be honest. I do have some fun songs in my honorable mentions. A song that Warren's not that much of a fan of, but it is in our Hall of Spice, Dreamcatcher's Odd Eye. I really
That
like
is a good song. Good song.
Oh My Girl's Dun Dun Dance. I know Warren doesn't like a certain part of that song. Which song? Which part, Warren?
I'm not doing it again. Go,
All right.
go listen to our
Part. It's
episode.
a great
Feel
part.
so high. Okay. I have Stacy's ASAP, of course. That's my third place if I had to. I have Cosmic Girls Unnatural. I know Warren wasn't the biggest fan of that one either.
It's all right.
And then I have two like surprising ones from your boy Doug. Rocket Punch's Ring Ring made my honorable mention.
There we go.
I like that
There
one.
we flip and go.
I think the pitch is a little high still, but I do like the song. And then finally, this song has had the biggest come up for me in 2021 since its release. Aespa's Next Level.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
I think it's
Strongly
now
agree.
good. I think it's good now.
It's really catchy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go ahead and say I like the song anymore, but I do understand why people like it.
Yes.
And I do agree to a lot of people who think it's an homage to all the SM tracks over the years. It's put aespa on the map for most people,
Yeah.
Hey,
That's something.
there's really good TikToks of that song too. It's like made. It's like that drop is made for TikTok. Honestly, the Next Level bit. Gorgums though, like as we started this little segment, like it is really a grouping at the top though of the songs that are somewhat similar in vibe and all kind of around the same level. I think it's a lot tighter at the top than it is with the boy groups so far.
Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out again "Ring Ring" by Rocket Punch. I think
It's
was
their
the
best song. It's
It
their
is
best song.
by far one of their best songs in their
really?
entire discography. Speaking of which, acoustic remix dropped a couple last week.
Oh.
Not good.
Not good.
Listen to the original.
Not good. All right.
But they also released their Japanese debut, Bubble Up. That's good.
That's good? That's good?
That's
Oh.
some good stuff. I don't know what it is, but all their debuts have been really good. Maybe they should just keep on debuting in different countries. I don't know.
There you go.
All right. All right.
Let's go. But yeah.
All right, so now we're on soloists. This one was kind of hard for me to pick. I wanted to pick one of these songs, and then the second song, I've rotated it 4 times today. Is the one that I wanted to put second.
Okay. Interesting.
The one that I had, like, there's actually a pretty strong opinion on our server that this song's not that good.
Yeah,
But
people. I've seen people say that.
I Use Lilac for me is for sure the best soloist song of the year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I
mean,
agree.
agree.
I had it down too.
I agree.
But it's a growing opinion on our server that it's bad.
Okay. It's also on one of my 2 songs. And I feel like that opinion is centers around the fact that like there isn't really a killer moment in the track. Everything flows in a very smooth manner, and like there isn't like a drop. And the biggest difference between this track and Dynamite, which is also a disco track, is that Dynamite has like a killer moment, like the chorus is just hits you. And then on this track, IU does the, 50% voice, 50% air
Dreamlike,
thing.
whimsical
Right.
thing. Yeah.
And then she just goes on to do her thing, right? Like, I think there's much to that's really nice. But I at the same time, if you want something exciting and fun and hype, I get that too. This just doesn't really deliver on that. But it's a good track, you know.
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's what
good.
I think.
I think
Yeah.
it's better than all the other solo tracks so far. Okay, I have the songs that I switched between
Okay.
were Rose's Gone, not the title track, but the B-side.
Oh.
Right, that had the music video.
Oh.
Okay.
That one. Now you're dead and gone. And then I had Woods' Feel Like with the guitar thing.
Oh, that was
Because
nice.
I think that's the song that's done the minimalist guitar chorus the best this year.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think he's done it the best. And then I have Haze is Happening, which no one listened to, right? I doubt Warren can even tell me what that song sounds like.
It sounds like a lot of other Hazes tracks, but it's good.
You know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna give my second song choice to Woods' Feel Like.
Oh, last minute.
Last minute, I'm switching
switch.
it up.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I didn't even know "Happen" by Hayes is like even considered for this. Did he cover that song in the show?
No, we didn't.
No.
I don't think we covered the Rose B-side either.
No.
Just-
This guy just breaking rules here left and right. Like it's all fine. I mean, "Happen" by Hayes is a good track. We never covered it, but like it is a more of a cafe ballady R&B kind of thing. But it's fun. It's fun. Not sure if I like it more than "Feel Like," but not sure about the other way too. So I'm not gonna argue against that or anything. "Feel Like" is a good track too. You know.
Okay,
Chosen Young.
Warren, I'm looking at what your second song is after I Use Lilac. This is one of those songs that we have differing opinions about, but hit us with it.
I mean, look, I Use Lilac is great, but at the same time, I have, from the day it dropped, I have been like, this is a good song. This is one of those songs that are just really, really, really good. And nobody seems to understand. You guys all have poo-poo ears.
That's not true.
This is I am the only person in the world with 2 ears. I'm just kidding.
I feel like people think that the title track is better than this one, for the
No.
general opinion.
People have been saying the title track is a letdown. Okay, we're talking about X by Chungha from the album
Right.
Querencia, right?
Yes.
The
Correct.
song dropped like the very beginning of this
Not
year.
Quinceañera.
No.
Remember when I did that? All right.
Yes.
Look, I think it's easily the best track in the album. I think it's easily one of the
agree.
better tracks she's ever done. And it's standing proof of that Chungha is capable of something, and it's something more than just what she's doing right now. It's proof that there's limitless potential, you know? And you guys
agree,
aren't
I
seeing
agree.
any of it. This is just so sad. If I were Chungha,
agree.
it's not on your list.
Well, because I had another person on my second.
Okay, what is your
This is
personal
kind of a
second?
biased opinion again, Anita.
It's not. It's not. I'm being honest. I looked at my charts, at my
Okay.
list,
Okay.
on my record, and I was listening to Taemin's advice quite a lot. And I know it has a lot to do with the choreo, because I really liked the choreo for this comeback. Shout out to Casper one more time for the choreo. But yeah, I also was debating Chang'an because I did like X as well. But as far as choreo, I was leaning more towards Taemin.
You suck. This is poo poo.
Anita, you just like his Supreme Sports Bra. That's why you picked it.
No, you do. Doug.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
nothing wrong with liking sports bras.
Yeah,
you know?
they're
It's
fine.
fine.
So now
I'm sure
that
they're
I've
comfortable.
now that I've picked Woods' Feel Like, right? I think the
Correct.
song that's most similar to it that I also include in my honorable mentions was Kang Daniel's Antidote. They have very similar vibes between those two songs.
Yeah.
I think I just like Woods' Feel Like. There's something about it that I like. I put Taeyeon's Weekend from last week. I think that's a good song.
That's good too.
That's growing.
And then the only other one that I haven't talked about is Baekhyun's Bambi. That's that sexy whispery
yeah.
song on the train, you know?
Oh
Very
yeah,
noir
that one's
vibe.
really good too. I think
that was nice.
if I understand correctly, I think that's the best-selling solo album so far this year.
Wow.
Believe so.
Wait, look-
Probably. That would make sense.
You know, I don't think the solo market's been all that strong this year so far, though, comparatively. Not yet. You know, we are getting the Lisa solo sometime this year. Maybe
Oh yeah,
that's
that's gonna
hype.
happen. Yeah.
that might be the one that puts it over the top. All right. We are done with the good songs, right? The best songs of 2021, right?
Subjectively.
The ones that had the most overlap for us was NCT Dream, Hello Future, right? That had a ton of overlap. I
Yeah.
think all three of us picked that one. Some combination of the From Us 9 song, the Weekly song, and then the Stacy song, right?
Correct.
Some combination of that. And then I Use Lilac was a common theme between us so far.
Wow. Look at us.
All right.
Nice.
So the second one, apparently I said we could do worst song of 2021 so far.
I asked for the worst song of 2021, and then it became the disappointment of 20. But I feel like those are similar things anyways, right? Like,
it's similar, but I think the difference is Warren's like subjectively, this song's just bad.
Well, I think it's also my most letdown of the year, anyways.
Okay,
so,
for me, I was factoring in more like expectations as well. So I think the word disappointment fits more for me. So the song I picked, I have a long honorable mention list as well, but the song that I picked for the biggest disappointment was the Rose title track, On the Ground.
Wow.
I understand that.
I just feel like it didn't live up to the hype at all. Like, I feel like it had limited sticking power, right? On the ground, right? Like, that's... And I honestly feel like if she had just chosen Gone as the title track, I wouldn't be putting this here, because I don't think I would judge a B-side as much. But for as much hype as we built up, and then we got On the Ground, and I just threw that song on the ground real quick. It just didn't do it for me. I was expecting, and even they were going for the American market with that one hard, right?
Clearly.
I don't think it performed all that well there either. So that's why I picked Rose's On the Ground.
I mean, if you take out the expectation part, the track is like
it's aight.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's not the worst track in the world. It's not the best track in the world, but it's not. I need to go.
Yeah.
For me, I also worded it more as a letdown, but I guess you could also judge it on like a lot of musical choices. I wrote down Mafia in the Morning.
That's the popular choice. Popular choice.
The safe choice.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the stuff was like it seemed like it could work, but when it all came together, it didn't quite make a lot of sense.
Guess who loves you? Naya.
Oh my God.
Should I tell you? No, no.
The thing is, like, I go to H Mart every now and then, to do groceries.
They play this.
They play this all the time.
They play this.
The thing is, okay, what was really bad one time was like I was doing groceries and I thought it played. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. It's 3 minutes. It'll flow and it'll be fine. It played, and then right after they played the English version. And I was like, no, not again.
I don't think I've listened to it, but
I'm gonna make a correction. On the Ground, it did place #1 on the Billboard 200 and was 70 on the Hot 100. So
Doug underestimates Blinks. There you go. Write that on the.
Hey, no, don't say that. Don't take that out of context. I don't want to get killed. Mafia in the Morning. I feel like it's trended in a positive direction for me, but I still objectively think it's bad. But I find enjoyment out of it. Maybe I'm a masochist and I'm down to listen to bad stuff. Maybe I just want the pain. But at the same time, I get it. It's kind of hype at times. It's fun.
I mean, it gets hype, and I'm not saying that he did a terrible job. Like, this is the worst they ever did. But I do feel like it's a dip in their discography, in my opinion, based on like their track record and their title tracks, and like having this comeback, Mafia in the Morning, and then kind of having that expectation of like the quality, and I don't know. I feel like it went down a little bit.
I mean, what really stood out to me about this track was like how much it felt like ITZY were trying a lot. Like they were putting in a lot of effort with what they had, and what was kind of angering me a little bit was what the source material they were working with is On the Ground. It's not that good. With that in mind, I was like, that's actually one of the reasons why I didn't pick it for one of the worst tracks of the year for me personally. I still feel like the artists themselves put in a lot of effort and it comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not
Hey,
I'm not angry or anything.
I want to
so
give a
let's
shout
go.
out to a notable member of the Discord server, Bagel, who really likes Mafia
Yeah.
in the morning. Man, I respect your hustle. You do you, man. You do you. Warren, what is your you wrote crapshoot before this song.
Yeah.
Oren.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it out loud. I was gonna use some friendly terms, like not my favorite, but
No,
yeah,
I agree
crapshoot.
now that you've mentioned the song to me off air. Yeah.
Well, like I went back. I made a playlist of all the tracks that I didn't like over the weeks.
it's a lot of them, probably.
There's a lot of them. Your boy is hella negative these days. I'm putting the Itzy track. I'm putting the Twice track. All these tracks. And then like one track stood out to me as being like way below the others in terms of lovability. And that's "I'm Not Cool" by Hyuna.
I'm not.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just a cacophony of sounds that don't make sense with each other. Imagine you're making pasta and you like throw in everything in your kitchen. That's not good. That's just salt pasta. You don't want salt pasta. You want saucy pasta. I'm not sure if that analogy makes sense, but you get the idea.
It didn't. No.
It's too much salt. Too much salt in your food. That doesn't taste good.
That song does have a ton of things going on.
It's here's the thing. It's jumbled. It's unorganized. It's shallow, and the sounds are dated. There's nothing about it that appeals to me as this is a song I should listen to. The performance is a little different. I feel like Hyuna does bring something to the stage.
Choreo.
But I'm not gonna go ahead and say this is her best performance by far. I'm not gonna go ahead and say I like her voice in the track. It's incredibly annoying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I held myself back when the song dropped, but now I'm just gonna say this is easily the worst track of the year so far for me.
Dang.
Doug was like, this song is fun.
I take that back.
I think it's fun.
It reminds me of you. You're jumbled, shallow, and can't be dated as well.
Thank you. Thank
Sorry.
you. I appreciate
I had
that.
to do it. Other songs that I had in my disappointment area, for various reasons. I had Twice is alcohol free. I just don't think it was lived up to the Twice level of standard that I was expecting. I had Chungha's Bicycle, not because I think Bicycle's horrific, because I think after a year of pre-releases, and this was the conclusion, I think it was a bit of a letdown. That's why I put that one there.
Okay.
I have AT's Fireworks, I'm the One, because I think they just keep doing the same thing and it's not getting better right now.
I see.
And I think they kind of stalled their momentum off of that one. Similar to Monsta X's Gambler. I just don't think it's doing them any favors in hyping them up. I have Icon's YYY because I think they're still stuck in this angsty rut and it's just reflected in the music right now. I want something fun from Icon. I have Lightsum's Vanilla just because I thought it was the most vanilla debut I've ever seen. And then finally I have NCT Dream's Hot Sauce because you might call the song Hot Sauce, but it has zero spice.
That's
That's okay. To be fair though, those were some jokes. Didn't mean to be too harsh to any of these songs, but I think that NCT Dream's Hot Sauce, it's divisive as well. I know there's a lot of people who really like that song. It just ain't for me. I really like the other NCT Dream song. Let's be real, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned about Hot Sauce, like, given like they did Hello Future right after.
True.
And that to me is proof that Hot Sauce is like a fluke in the mix. I don't know. Some of these tracks, Bicycle, I feel like was a fine track, and everybody.
I think it's overly sexual for no reason.
Oh,
it's not about it, and you were making it sexual. It's not about that.
Okay.
You get your head out of the gutter.
All right, anyone go watch that song, turn on the subs, and let me know if this song is.
I'm just saying, you are making it more than it is. This is just, we're a safe for work podcast. We have minor listeners. You will keep the show family friendly. Just like ABC, NBC, Fox.
all right.
Other big releases this week include Hongjung and Yuno's.
Wait, you didn't want to talk about any more of the disappointment songs?
Oh, do you have any more comments to make?
I mean, do you want to? Okay, we've exhausted the alcohol-free song for sure. Or just okay.
let's talk about that real quick.
No, let's not. We've talked about that so much. You got more to say?
Not really.
Okay.
We're gonna get
Wait,
then.
do you have an updated opinion or something?
No, my opinions haven't changed a bit. Not gonna lie.
Okay. Anita, I wanted to know what Anita felt about ATEEZ's Icon Monsta X, those kind of groups.
I kind of agree with your statement though. I feel like with ATEEZ, Monsta X, and Icon as well, they're kind of repeating a sound that they've done in the past. I think I mentioned that ATEEZ had some how should I say it? Like the chorus and then the verses kind of didn't make sense to me. Like I feel like we were building up and then it was something different in the chorus. I don't know. I feel like as I mentioned before, boy groups have not really been it for me. I feel like maybe it's been a lot of like repeating trends or sounds, and like we're just not getting to like more experimental stuff.
I don't know. I see.
Oh, go on.
I was feeling actually the opposite.
Oh, really?
Because aside from these handful of girl group tracks, I feel like girl group K-pop is also kind of in the gutter right now. Like getting a lot of sounds that try to mix girl crush with bubblegum, and a lot of them don't really work out well. I'm especially those like groups that are not like super successful yet, or like groups that are like not from like a major company. And I get why it's like a popular sound to do. But I haven't seen it being pulled off really, really well. Aside from a handful of people, like ITZY, for example, is one of the groups that like pioneered that direction. So like that's been great. But I don't know. I feel like some of the boy groups tracks have been like pretty cool. Like some of the stuff you didn't mention, like On and Off, was really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Drippin' was pretty cool. I feel like 2021 has been a year where like I pay attention to boy groups more than ever,
That one.
and like
Interesting.
that's been a change. You know.
Yeah, so let us know wherever you're watching us, comment section, Discord, what your favorite boy group, girl group, soloist songs are, and let us know what your biggest disappointment / worst song, whatever you think, whatever you want to do for that. Let us know.
Give me all your opinions. I want your opinions.
And just remember, we are just three idiots on the internet with microphones. It is just our subjective opinions, and that does not mean we are correct or we're saying we're correct. It's just how we feel about K-pop in 2021 so far.
If you leave angry comments on YouTube, I'm gonna take that as you think we're important. So
Ooh,
Thank you.
reverse psychology. All right, other big. Well, they weren't that big releases this week.
why are you so mean today?
I'm being a realist today.
Okay,
There was
okay.
a Pepsi song. That's not a big thing, right? There was a Pepsi
commercial
song.
song.
It had some
commercial.
big people in it though, but it's a Pepsi
Who
song.
are the big people?
You
Let
had
me- no.
Hongjun and Yuno from ATEEZ.
Wow.
Yujong and Yuna from Brave Girls. Shonyu, Hyungwon, and IM from Monsta X and Rain were in a Pepsi song called Summer Taste. And the only other release this week was Heartfelt, who is the Yeon from Wonder Girls, and she released Summertime. I still feel like Heartfelt really hasn't picked up any traction yet, unfortunately. You know.
I mean, I feel like she has a pretty good fandom that like
Yeah.
support her. So that's pretty nice. You know, you don't get that
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Spice King's a little weird this week too, because there's no new candidates. But we will still evaluate the Soju chart in terms of song quality, spice, and listener fatigue, and songs that place number 1 on the Soju chart will be this week's Spice King. We had debated if we should do this week, skip a week. What are we supposed to do? There's no new candidates because we didn't cover any new songs. There are some new songs next week, so we just decided to let's just do the Spice chart, because some songs that are on the Spice chart, it's kind of a disservice to them if we go away for a week, right? Because they lose an opportunity to get a crown. So last week on episode 147, Taeyeon picked up her first crown for Weekend. Second place was BTS's Permission to Dance, and third place via Anita was Brave Girls' Chima
Only
Parang.
me.
All right, I got a chart.
You got a chart. Your boy
I'm
got a chart.
keeping Taeyeon's Weekend in first place. I think
Nice.
I think it's grown pretty well over the week. I had a good time listening to it. I can't say the same thing for Permission to Dance. I think it's fallen off a little bit for me.
How far down?
I will give them a consolation third place. I just don't
Alright,
think it's
alright.
had the sticking power that Butter had, like the longevity in my mind. But in second place, then I have Soyeon's Beam Beam from a couple weeks back, because there's not that many songs to put on our charts right now, right, guys? And out of all the ones that were recent, that's the one I enjoy the most, though.
How about you, Warren?
Oh no, you're not gonna pull that. Go, Anita. No, we're not gonna let that happen.
All right. Well, my chart is quite similar to Doug's, except for one song. So in number 1, I also have Taeyeon's Weekend. It's been really catchy. I feel like I find myself like humming the chorus a lot, like throughout the day. I feel like it's very, very nice. It kind of creeps up. Like, it doesn't have like a huge moment. Like, it's not like super up, like hype, but it's a nice background song that I really like. So I'll put it in first. In third, I'm also putting BTS, Permission to Dance. Yeah, I feel like it's not my favorite release from BTS. I think Butter is still above this track, but I can see the Disney Channel live action movie appeal of it. Yeah. So I'll leave it in third. And then in second, kind of falling off a bit now, I'm putting Brave Girls.
Falling off a bit now? What? A bit now, Anita.
It's been a while. I'm getting tired from carrying this song over the couple weeks.
My God.
So I'm going to put it in second. Still a great song, and overall, one of my faves from the first half.
I just can't believe you like Chimaparam more than the song I have on third. Who do you
have on third?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hello Future by NCT Dream. We all established we like it. Yet I seem to be the only one who continues putting it on my charts. Putting it on third.
How did it perform? Dang it! This was our opportunity to make it win its third crown. Oh.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Ooh. It has 2 crowns.
And you guys.
Oh, hey. To be fair, though, it came out on June 29th, which was like
it's almost been a month.
4 episodes. Anita, you can't talk about songs that bro. Chimapara came out June. We recovered that on the June 22nd episode, Anita.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Anita.
Never mind, Warren.
Right.
I feel like I'm screaming a lot today, by the way. I'm sorry if the audio's off. Okay, I have Hello Future by NCT Dream on third. On second, I have Beam Beam by Soyeon. I still think it's one of the better solo tracks of the year. Personally, it's a close third of one of the solo tracks of the year for me.
Oh, okay.
Right after X and Lilac. You don't get a track of that depth very often. Doug looks like he's like holding in laughter.
Keep going.
Go away.
Keep going. Keep going.
Look, first I have Taeyeon's Weekend. I mean, it's no surprise. The track is just really, really good. So there you go, folks.
No, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the results.
Oh.
What?
What happened?
Brave Girls Chimapara got third again.
Oh
my God.
Oh, again.
First. I didn't put it in first. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God.
What is this?
It got 2 points. And it got third place this week.
Dang.
You know what? No offense to Brave Girls and Fearless. But I mean, again and again.
Okay. I'm recalculating, right? First place, Taeyeon's Weekend got all 9 points, so perfect score.
Oh
first
my
place.
God!
Congratulations.
Second crown, eligible for Hall of Spice next week. Second place was Soyeon's Beam Beam with 4 points because I gave it second and Warren gave it second. And then third place was actually a tie. So Permission to Dance got 2 points and Brave Girls Chimaparam got 2 points. But Chimaparam got a second place vote while Permission to Dance got 2 third place votes. Therefore, Chimaparam gets third again.
I wasn't trying, honestly. I wasn't trying this time.
I'm looking at our summary document, which has the historical chart. So if we count this week, it was third last week, right? In episode 147, it got third. In 146, it got third. In 145, it got second. In 144, it picked up its first crown. Yeah, it's been around. It's been on the chart 5 weeks in a row.
I think that's the
Who'd have
longest
thunk
the
it?
song has been on a chart, hasn't it?
It is. So it got
Yeah.
first, second, and now 3/3 in a row, I believe.
Wow.
Anita?
Wow, Anita. Wow.
I would like to once again reaffirm that Anita is the source of all chaos in the group.
Not true.
Doug and I are vanilla as it gets, like
Yeah.
Anita over here is all the, shishito peppers over here. That's where that is.
All right, finally, we're at show winners, though. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, so we have some wins from BTS. So Butter won on Music Bank, so it has a total of 13 wins. Congrats to
Nice.
Butter.
Nice.
And then Permission to Dance also picked up 2 wins, one on Show Music Core and Inkigayo. So
Nice,
congrats.
nice.
NCT Dream, Hello Future also picked up wins on Show, Champion, and M Countdown. So total of 6 wins for this comeback. And then Soyeon's Beam Beam had its first win on the show, and it was also her first win as a soloist.
Nice.
Congrats.
Nice.
Congrats.
I think that's correct. That might be wrong. I just kind of wrote that.
That
From what I remember, it is, though. So correct me if I'm wrong. So we do have some news about the music shows. So all of them, the Show Champion, M Countdown, Music Bank, Show Music Core, and Inkigayo will be off air for the next 2 to 3 weeks due to the Olympics. So Anita's out of a job.
Dang
and
it.
then SF9's Chani will be leaving his MC role on Music Core after 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And it is rumored. So that one also has Minju, formerly of IZ*ONE, now that they are disbanded, and it had not NCT, Stray Kids Hyunjin, but he's been gone too because of the bullying
Right.
stuff. So they're reportedly replacing Chani and then essentially Hyunjin with NCT's Jungwoo and Stray Kids Ino will be
Whoa.
or Lino. I don't know
Interesting.
how to pronounce
Okay.
it, but they will both be joining the program.
But looks like we're going into the Olympic season, Tokyo
True.
Olympics.
Yeah, K-pop's kind of sparse the next 2 to 3 weeks, so
Yeah.
we'll figure out something.
We'll do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, all right. But this is now the end of part 1 of SojuTalk episode 148. We'll be back after a short break. A 3, a 2, a 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using, and consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 148, where we discuss recent K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. All right, first one. BTS's Permission to Dance officially debuted at number 1 on this week's Billboard Hot 100. This is coming after Butter placed number 1 for 7 straight weeks.
Dang.
So
Next couple weeks.
they just handed the baton over, right? Butter was like, "Hey, you go, fam," and they gave it to that. I believe Butter is in 7th place this week, and Permission to Dance is BTS's 5th career number 1, and helped them become the first act to replace themselves at number 1 since Drake did it back in 2018. Permission to Dance drew 16 million US streams, 1.1 million radio airplay impressions, and sold over 140,000 downloads in the week ending in July 15th.
Wow.
Their 4 number 1 debuts, so that means when it entered the chart, it debuted at number 1. They've done this 4 times. It puts them tied in 2nd place with Drake and Justin Bieber, and only 1 behind Ariana Grande's 5.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And honestly, if they released another song, it'd probably get the 5th one, right? At
Right.
this point.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. BTS.
Yeah, we
Bigger
talked
than
about
Ariana
this the last
Grande.
couple weeks. Like, I know it's kind of repetitive, but at the same time, they are like treading new territory every single week right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts. But I don't think it's anything that we need to talk about too much about. So shout out to BTS. First thing we should actually talk about,
Congrats.
though. SM Entertainment has announced that they will no longer be tolerant and they will take full legal action against Sasang fans and their behavior. They made a harsh statement. Like, it was like they drew the line in the sand. So they mentioned in their press release the reckless invasion and privacy and stalking of their artists by Sasangs, stating, quote, "This is not an expression of affectionate fan sentiment, but an illegal act that infringes on the privacy of artists. etc., and a clear criminal act. So they making it real clear that you're in the wrong here. The SM has also stated that they have compiled CCTV, black box video phone footage, communication logs, as well as mailing and email content, and plan to take, quote, all possible legal action, both civil and criminal, end quote.
Ooh. Evidence. Okay.
So SM has had a history of terrible relation with Sasang fans.
Yeah.
You could think even going as far back as when like TVXQ's Yuno was given like a poisonous soda one point back in the day.
Yeah.
I know people have gotten like blood letters, like crazy stuff. People have bought like apartments across the way that's higher from a vantage point so they can look into celebrities' apartments. Like, it's really crazy stuff. I think the main problem that has been happening as of late is either people following them to the hotels they're staying at internationally, or their flights, or just like stalking the buildings that the idols live in has been some of the more notable things as of late. Don't do this.
Please don't.
Please don't.
No.
I remember like one of the earlier episodes we've done in the entire show is like stuff about sasaengs and the issue they bring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad SM is making an overdue movement against these criminals. Goodbye. I will not miss you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Sayonara. Annyeong.
Okay.
再见. Actually, no, that means see you again. Never mind.
So clearly Sasang fans are doing crazy things. I also believe that they are also pursuing people who make like the really ridiculous malicious comments. Like
Online.
Good.
on like
That's
Instagram, they
good,
post a
yeah.
photo and someone writes like
Yeah.
you should die or something. Like things like that. They're also seeking out avenues to take legal action against those people. How about we just be nice people, you know?
Please.
If you have some criticism, keep it civil. Say your piece, but don't be malicious about it. Clearly, don't physically stalk the celebrities. Although I don't think any of our audience is in Korea and stalking these. If you are, though, don't do it, please.
Or even if they're like traveling internationally, like
Get some
still.
help.
Yeah,
Get some help.
It's not the best thing. Don't do it.
It's one of those things that it was borderline gray area back in the day to camp out in front of the buildings if you go and visit internationally. I think that was a gray area. I think now my opinion has shifted on that. I used to think like, you know, people can spend their vacation how they want to. But now I've kind of come to the opinion that why are you wasting your time waiting outside these buildings when you're in a really cool country and on vacation? Stop wasting your
There's
time.
lots to see. Yeah.
That's what I never understood. Like the country has a lot more to offer than K-pop. We have good food, you know.
Great food. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I miss the food. Go eat the food.
Yeah, but I agree with Warren. This is a good action, but I would say it's well overdue. They should have done
way
this
over.
like 10 years ago.
Couple decades.
But I think it's gonna scare some people because they've been the way the press statements were. It reads like, "Hey, you better stop now." You know, that's what it reads like. Like if you do one more thing here, so it's this. It felt like a final warning, and maybe some of the crazier people they'll start to pursue it like right now.
See, I'm looking at the press release in Korean right now.
Uh-huh.
The whole thing doesn't begin with hello or like how are you doing or like good evening. It begins with this is SM Entertainment. That's how it begins. You know something's
Yeah.
up. You know, like
And they like quote specific laws and stuff. Like you know they serious
yeah.
now. But all right, so don't be a sasang. That's the lesson of the day.
Please.
You know?
don't be an idiot.
Also, as international fans, I think that right now social media is just kind of toxic in general. A lot of the things that I see. Let's just be nicer people, you know? All right. Next one. 17 announced on Weverse that all 13 members have renewed their contracts with Pledis.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
I think that makes sense for them. I think as the de facto number 2 best-selling boy group for the last couple years, it makes sense to ride the wave. You know, you're now under the Hybe umbrella. Why would you leave? Things don't go up from there if you leave. They only probably go down. I do wonder though, let's say, for instance, you're 17 guy who's 13th place in terms of popularity, right? Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think at this point, if I was that guy, I'm like, bro, we just ride this wave. You know, like I might not be that popular, but we still making so much money. Let's just chill.
I mean, I feel like 17 is one of those groups that have pretty even amount of popularity splits among the members anyways. Like, I don't see a single member that is like incredibly disliked upon. You know, I think Pledis did a nice job there. Not like Kristen, but you know, I'm glad it's worked out for these guys, you know?
Yeah, so I think 17 is doing really well. I also think the fact that they renewed their contracts is cool. I wonder if these contracts go through when most of them start to go to the military too. They might, right? Because they are starting. They're in their mid-20s now, right? Some dudes might start to go in the next couple of years. So I think they know what they're doing. And boy groups, even though there's military service in Korea, have ridiculous longevity these days, especially the successful ones, i.e. Super Junior, you know, SHINee, so much longevity. All right, Anita, you might be excited for this. JYP announced season 2 of Japanese audition program Nizi Project for new boy group. Applications will be received starting July 13th, and auditions will be held from November to December across 11 cities in Japan. So I think 9 of them are in Japan, 2 of them in the United States, New York and Los Angeles, and in Seoul, Korea, with the goal of revealing the debut lineup by December 2022. So what I think the timeline is, they're going to get applications starting on the 13th, right? They're going to do auditions from November to December. And then I think in the front half of 2022, they have the TV show happen, right?
Right, yeah.
And the TV show probably ends by December 2022. And then they plan to debut the group in March 2023 and promote as JYP Entertainment Artists.
Wow. That's a tight schedule.
Yeah, they have the schedule down to like the month already, what they want to do.
And this is like, I mean, like, this is like more than well over a year, almost 2 years into the future. So,
yeah.
Man, wow.
Crazy.
I'm glad they're prepared.
Yeah, this is really interesting because I was thinking of the Produce 101 Japan series and how they did a second season with guys, and it's usually one girl, one guy program, but they did it two of the guys. So I'm wondering if they were purposefully avoiding the Nizi project, and if they're not going to do a guys produce this upcoming year or this upcoming season. Interesting if they continue with that, or if it's just going to be like a rivalry now between JYP and CJ, I guess.
And Nizi, the female group that resulted out of Nizi Project, has been doing extremely well in Japan.
Super popular, yeah.
Like their last 3 songs have gone #1 on the Japanese charts. So like it is super successful. So it's more or less, if you make this group, you're gonna have a good life. That's basically what it is. So I'm sure these
yeah.
And now that it's like it's been proven that the JYP thing works for a Japanese exclusive group, I bet you these auditions are going to be fierce, right? Like the competition is going to be kind of nuts to get in this group. All right. Lastly, Kakao Corporation has announced the merger of its subsidiaries, Kakao Entertainment and Melon Company. So previously, Kakao M and Kakao Page merged to become Kakao Entertainment, and Melon Company was already under Kakao. So they're basically smashing all of their subsidiaries together. We're just going to make one big entertainment thing, is essentially what they're going to do. And they believe that the merger will create a company that is expected to have a total sale figure around the 2 trillion range annually, which is 1.75 billion USD.
All right.
That's a very optimistic expectation, but okay.
Yeah, so they're basically packaging in the entertainment side, the Melon streaming side. They're going to combine all of the music stuff into one entity, it seems.
I feel like Kakao, I'm not sure if this is like super K-pop related anymore, but one thing I've noticed about Kakao is that they've been pushing for they've been trying to produce a lot more content. They've been trying to create content platforms. I know for a fact they're making a lot of web varieties, which the full versions are only available on their exclusive Kakao TV OTT. So that's, I mean, I guess this is a part of that. They are, kind of trying to rival themselves with CJ in that aspect. Not super sure what this means for K-pop yet. However, there are a lot of companies that are under Kakao, which I assume are gonna benefit from this. Starship is one of the bigger names in Kakao, as well as Play M. All the IU people. So that's interesting. the part about Melon being moved back into Kakao, you gotta keep in mind they have been a part of Kakao for the last couple of years, and then like a month ago they were like, oh, we're gonna make Melon Company and we're gonna go independent, but now they're moving back into Kakao. So my guess is this is a planned move for better structuralization or something like that. I don't know how business works. I don't have an MBA. I don't have an MBA.
So they're going hard into the webtoon thing as well, right?
Oh.
The dominant brand is probably Naver right now in terms of webtoons.
Yeah.
But Kakao announced that IU's now the face of their like new Kakao webtoon thing. They have like
Interesting.
they got like a new ad campaign going on, and I believe IU is going to be the face of it. So they are going hard in that realm too.
Are you talking about Kakao Page Webtoon? Kakao Webtoon?
Yeah, IU's
Okay.
now the new like CF advertising model for it.
Yeah, see, this is interesting. Kakao is like taking all the money they have with IT and tech, and they're investing in all these more traditional form content platforms. I'm not sure why they would do that. Kakao's a start. They began as a startup. They did creative stuff. I mean, what they're doing is not creative, but it's not creative either. So I don't.
Financially though, they're probably just raking in money all over the place.
They're making so much money, so much.
All right. There was
money.
There was a lot of movement this week too. So Weverse, right? They announced Blackpink. So you know how they that Hybe now has that working relationship, and Weverse specifically with YG. So Blackpink's moving over now, and then also Kwonenbi is joining their platform. So she is formerly of IZ*ONE.
Wait, Kwonenbi is going to Weverse?
She's going to Weverse, and she had some kind of like video interview. She announced she's having a solo album by the end of the year.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this interview, right? They were like, "What is your goal for 2021?" And she's like, "I haven't done it yet, but like my goal is a solo album." And the person's like, "Have you been working on one?" She's like, "Yeah, probably by the end of the year it'll come out."
There you go.
Wow.
Casually just said it.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'd like to see a solo album from Kwonenbi. Like we've had
So-
solo artists from previous seasons who've done really well. So
So another IZ*ONE member joined Bubble. We'll talk about that next. But like this has implications, right?
yes, it does. You didn't let me talk about it. Look, what you don't have on your list here, which first of all incredibly infuriates me. I'm sorry. Rocket Punch. We did join a platform.
Oh, you
which
did?
one?
Which
We
one?
did. We joined Pocket Doll.
What's
Pocket
that?
doll.
That's another platform. Who knows? Look, but the thing is, Lovelyz is on it. Golden Child is on it. So like that seems to Infinite is on it. That seems to be like the Woolim proprietary technology. But then there's also a lot of other groups that I haven't really heard about, which is fine. But at the same time, I'm not very much enjoying the app as much as Weverse. It's just not that well built of an app.
And
Also,
Eunbi gets to be on Weverse.
and Indy gets to be on Weverse. That is right. I'm screaming a lot today. I'm so sorry, my neighbors.
Interesting.
But I mean, at least Rocket Punch is in a platform. At least Kwonenbi is getting a very nice platform.
Yeah.
These are some positive movements.
Yeah, one of the other. So it seems like the big players right now are Weverse, Universe, and then the Dear You Bubble thing that's from SM, right?
And then Universe, and then Pocket Doll.
Pocket Doll, sure.
Pocket Doll is a legitimate platform. It is a
All
real
right, well-
platform.
Well, Dear You Bubble announced some people too. A-Pink,
Okay.
Hyorin,
A-Pink, oh.
formerly of
Nice.
Sistar, and Kang Hae-won, another IZ*ONE alumni.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I mean, let's be real here. It's not like 8D has a ton of things to put her in, right? It makes sense for her to get a solo thing going on too. I don't know about we're gonna do solo music, but like it makes sense for them to promote her as an individual. That's the way what I actually wanted to say.
What I want to see Hyun do is like more variety stuff.
I know, like she's more of a funny person.
Yeah, imagine her on a radio show, the host of a radio show.
She has that like funny deadpan dark like dry comedy thing really down pat, right?
She has it down. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
good.
Yeah, so like some of the IZ*ONE kids are doing stuff. It kind of came out like I think that project that was going on for the IZ*ONE reunion thing. They basically made like a statement like it's over. Like
Oh.
it's kind of sad. They also blamed they couldn't name the companies, but they were naming them by letter like A, B, C,
Oh.
D.
Oh.
no.
I think Company A was the ones that they basically were calling a-holes, and everyone's almost positive it was Starship. didn't want to do it.
Oh, god dang.
Yeah, and they were pretty, and everyone was trying to extrapolate who the other letters were in it, but it is what it is. And then finally, not K-pop, but sort of K-pop related because the group this guy's producing is #1 on the charts still. So Yoo Jae-suk, the all-around entertainer in Korea, who was formerly at FNC for a long time, he joined Yoo Hee-yeo's Antenna as his future agency.
There we go. The first variety person of that company.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one of his best friends owns the company, right? So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
It's an interesting move. Antenna is like relatively not very big, but they are a part of something. They're actually a part of Kakao. You know?
Yeah.
Like
that makes sense.
And
yeah.
I'm sure that Yoo Jae-suk operates with an incredible amount of independence anyway, because he pretty much probably gets to choose what he wants to do. So
now that being said, every time I see Antenna on anything, they're like the poor company that doesn't have enough people, doesn't have enough money, doesn't have enough food, doesn't have enough clothes. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. This is interesting.
all right, there was some COVID news. COVID is popping off globally, so stay safe,
Yeah.
everyone. We had some K-pop people test positive. So B2B's Minhyuk, as well as Treasure's Do-young and Jung-hwan, all tested positive for COVID-19.
Oh
this week.
my.
Additionally, I believe that so obviously all the other Treasure members and probably the other B2B members got tested as well, but it seems like they all came back negative. Brave Girls canceled a fan meeting, Golden Child postponed a concert, and then Skyly, which is a girl group out of Good Luck Entertainment, has delayed their debut, all because of COVID. I think everyone knows at this point what we feel about COVID. Please stay safe, everyone. Get vaccinated if you have the chance.
Please,
all right.
please.
Announced comebacks from next week. I know we don't got a lot of music now because of the Olympics, but a lot of music is gonna be coming soon. So Suran, July 21st. Monsta X via Universe, July 26th. Dreamcatcher. You know how we're like, Dreamcatcher was announcing we're coming back in July. There's 2 weeks back in July. Well, they chose like the last day. July 30th. So-mi, August 2nd. Golden Child,
Nice.
August 2nd.
Nice.
Weekly, August 4th.
Nice.
Sunmi, August
go.
6th. On and Off, August 9th. CIX, August 17th. TXT already, August 17th. And
my.
Hyoyeon, who's pretty much DJ Hyo at this point, mid-August.
It seems like everyone is like, we'll come back after the World Cups. Sorry, Olympics.
Yeah, right after the Olympics, we
Yeah.
all coming back.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Okay, this Olympics, we're in State of the Nation basically, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This Olympic situation with the COVID stuff is kind of ridiculous. Let's
No
be real
spectators, I believe, right? As far as
We-
I remember.
Is that how that works?
The U.S.
I
team,
think.
like a lot of people been testing positive as of late, or COVID protocol. Off the top of my head, Coco Gauff, the tennis player. There's an alternate on the women's gymnastics team. I know Bradley Beal, the basketball player, he decided not to go, so they replaced him. But another one, Zach Levine, just got placed in the protocol.
Oof.
U.S. men's basketball, we lost to Nigeria and Australia back to back.
Oh,
we're
no.
not. This ain't no dream team this year. Just saying that we're not that good on paper. As like, and then 3 of the dudes are still playing in the finals right now, so they can't even travel yet. And like the NBA finals, there's game 6 tomorrow, and if it gets extended more, I think game 7 is until like Thursday. So
Oh my
like,
god.
Oh my god.
I think they said if it goes to game 7, the 3 players that will be that have to fly to the Olympics won't be able to join the team until the day before the first game.
Oh my god.
That's so
Oh my God.
tough.
So they'll have to play game 7 potentially in Phoenix, right? And then take a red-eye flight to Tokyo and play the following day while probably being jet-lagged and tired from playing the finals.
That's so
That is
that's the worst.
Isn't that
Scheduling right
ridiculous?
there.
yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to like Devin Booker and Chris Middleton for having to do that. I don't know.
Man, it's gonna be an interesting Olympics.
Yeah, and we've also had like a lot of people drop out. Like Naomi Osaka's not going.
She's got her own sweet greens menu though. You guys know about that?
I do not.
That's a thing. I don't know why I said that. In terms of Korean team, we've had our premieres in the past. I don't think we're gonna do super well this year. As
What
far
about
as
the
I
standards like archery? We should probably do well because we always do well, right? No.
See, that's the thing. That's what I'm
What?
concerned about. So here's the thing: if you haven't paid attention to Korea in the Olympics so far, Stuff we're good at: archery, taekwondo, judo.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
stuff we've been good at.
A little bit of ping pong.
Yeah, that too.
Perhaps badminton sometimes.
The thing is, like, especially with archery, taekwondo, and judo, there's been other people from other countries that have been on the rise in the last couple of years. And I think the popular opinion at the moment is I'm not sure anymore. We're not super sure anymore. And I think, like, publicity wise, we're telling ourselves that 10 gold medals is like our goal. But I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe 5-7 tops is something we should have, like, as our like,
Realistically,
realistic expectation. I'm excited to see soccer. Like,
me too. Yeah.
Korean soccer team has had some rough years. I hope they come back. Baseball is back in the Olympics.
It is.
Oh,
So
yeah,
is
softball too.
So is
Yeah.
softball.
Here's the thing. The one Olympics that I paid most attention to while I was growing up was the 2008 Beijing Olympics,
Same. Yeah.
which was the gold medal of, like, baseball, and I saw all of it happen. So, like, that thing has a special place in my heart. Hope we do really well. We're really good at baseball. What do you know? I think we're fighting Mexico at some point, aren't we?
Baseball's been
Maybe.
gone since like 2008. I want to say something like that.
It has. No,
Been a
2008
while.
was the last.
Yeah, because so there's a softball pitcher, right, named Kat Osterman for the U.S. She's one of the best female softball pitchers of all time. I remember watching her like 20 years ago. She's 38.
man.
She's back. Like she's apparently on the team. When I saw the lineup, I was like, Kat Osterman. I remember her when I was like 10 years old. She was on the team.
oh man,
She won gold medal in 2004 and silver in 2008, and she back on the team. Like shout out to
Nice.
her.
nice.
And,
Yes.
and I don't know like how much softball, because I don't think there's like a professional league in the U.S. right now. So like she's doing her thing. She's like, yo, we Olympics. I'm down.
We're just
Like,
getting ready and doing our thing.
so shout out to her. Like
Is
longevity.
softball back, like, permanently or like a temporary basis?
Who
Because, like,
knows?
baseball is temporary. Like, it's not going to be back
I'm
again.
not
Like, it's
sure.
like a special thing.
I have no clue, to be honest.
Well, Tokyo Olympics, the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, starts in 2 days. Sorry, 3 days. 3 days.
you know what else is debuting? Skateboarding.
Oh yeah. I'm excited
really?
for that.
Park and Street. They're doing men and women. Nigel Huston or Houston, however you want to pronounce that. He's like the gold medal hope. I think we lost Anita, but
I'm here.
oh, Nigel,
interesting.
like I've been watching him since he was like a kid with dreadlocks. He's
Wow.
like fully tatted up now. I'm expecting a gold medal from my boy Nigel. He's probably the best
I'm excited.
skateboarder on the planet right now,
Nice.
in my opinion. So I'm excited for that. I like watching all the weird they add like new sports. That's fun.
Nice. I'm going to pay attention to what shoes they're wearing. Are they actually
Yeah.
wearing Vans?
I believe
are they wearing
he
Converse?
has a deal with Nike, I believe.
Nike.
He's going to wear
Interesting.
Converses or the Nike SBs.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure he has his own shoe line too with Nike. So
Oh, well then, I mean, are they actually good for skateboarding?
I'm sure they
I
are.
wouldn't know.
Would hope so.
But I'm excited for the Olympics. I have issues with the ethics of holding the Olympics right
Yeah.
now, but putting that aside, I'm excited for the Olympics. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah.
All the politics, I don't know, but everything aside from that, yes, I'm excited.
Yo, the Niger shoes are kind of clean. I'm looking at them
Are
now.
they?
Yeah, they're kind
I
of clean.
actually don't know. How do I spell his name?
NYJAH.
NYJAH.
And just type Nike afterwards, and you could probably see his shoes if you type Nike.
Nice.
Nike's on my feet, my love complete.
Yeah,
Nike's
the
on my
Olympics
feet.
are always fun. You get some country
Nice.
pride going on. Simone Biles, come on. That's the main attraction for
Yes,
Team USA.
gymnastics.
Let's
Let's go.
Hype about that. It should be a good time. There's also on the men's gymnastic team, there's an adopted Korean kid on the
Oh.
male side.
Wow.
His name is they say it's Yul, but it's Yul, right? He's adopted. He has like a German last name. He's from Oklahoma, I believe. Like
How do I spell Yul's name?
YUL. Like,
Because
so,
Yul is the Montreal airport.
all right. Well, did you type Olympics afterwards, Warren?
Okay, you know what? You can stop being a smart butt, okay?
Also he does this thing whenever he does a performance and he lands it. He screams like "Let's go!" He gets really hyped up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so shout out to him. Yeah, we got Korean representation, and there's also a girl on the female team. Her parents are immigrants from Laos.
Wow.
Shout out to Laos, you know.
Shout out to Laos.
I love watching the gymnastics there as well.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about some stuff that's gone on in our lives. I dropped my phone today in the bathroom.
Yeah. But it's
happened.
good. It's okay.
We got water damage. Well, potential water damage, but then I realized I have a Samsung phone and it's apparently somewhat waterproof, so I think we're good on that end.
IPX7 rating, up to 20 meters underwater, safe. I was watching anime.
That's the second time in my life I've dropped the phone in some water in the bathroom. I dropped an iPhone back in the day. That one got busted. So shout out to Android and Samsung making better products than Apple.
Let's go. I'm all for this
saying.
Apple slander.
Oh.
Oh yeah, right. They have that whole thing right now with the right to fix, right? Basically, Apple makes it extremely difficult for third parties to fix their products.
Oh.
They want you to go to the Apple store and get it fixed for a ridiculous amount of money. It's going to like the courts right now, and
Well, I mean, what's even bigger than that is their deal with Epic Games right now, right? Like the Epic
Yep.
Store, and like, is it legal or is it illegal for apps to update themselves through their own app store, or do you have to go through the Apple Store? You know, that's like a thing.
yeah.
It's a question of apparently of ethics. You know, Apple's like, oh, we know what's good for the users. We know what the good standards are. We can't, provide good quality content if it's going through other people. And I kind of get that, right? Like Apple is the people. Apple, why calculator apps? They're not on iPads. iPads don't have calculator apps, and you would think that's
don't.
like something easy to put in, just a calculator app. Put in the numbers, put in the
Why is that?
multiplication. It's apparently because they haven't figured out a way to do it delightfully in the iPad.
So they want you to use their default crappy calculator.
No, there's not a default. There's
not?
third party. Yeah,
There's
no,
not?
there's third party calculators, but not a default calculator because
What?
because Apple hasn't figured out a way to do it properly or
That
delightfully
makes
yet.
no sort of sense.
There's like a whole MKBHD interview on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. But like that actually says a lot about Apple's like motto and like the way they do things, right? They want to deliver on like a delightful, convenient experience. That's why some of their products look better but are less ergonomic, like the Apple Magic Mouse too, right?
That being said, please still buy Apple products because I own a lot of Apple stock, so I need it to do well. That being said, Steve Wozniak, one of the former founders of Apple, he even said like, yeah, a lot of what they're doing is kind of sus, particularly with the right to fix stuff. He says, we should just let everyone fix the Apple products, not just the Apple Store. So that happened, What else has been going on in my life? I got a little kitchen accident. I burned myself a little this weekend.
I'm sorry about that.
Getting something out of the oven and touched the rack with my arm.
Oh, yikes! Careful.
I've also started. So we got a new cat like 4 or 5 months ago, right? Boots the cat.
Yeah, Boots.
I'm starting to teach him some tricks. I'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try to get him. I want him to be able to jump through like. You make like a loop with your hands or a ring.
Yeah,
I want him to be able to jump through that when I do that. So I've been starting to do the Pavlov effect with treats and stuff. It's
You mean classical conditioning, or
Yeah, I'm
actually
starting to-
that's behavioral conditioning, is it?
I don't know. We conditioning him. He's starting to use some treats to
Anita,
get him to
you're
jump
the
over
psych
things.
major.
It's behavioral conditioning.
Behavioral conditioning. Okay.
That being said, Boots the cat is technically like a toddler right now. He's teething a little, so like he's a great cat. It's just once a day gets a little excited, wants to use you as a chew toy a little bit, but once you calm him down, it's fine. He's kind of cute,
Kinda.
All right, he's a very cute cat, right, Anita? I send pictures all the time.
It's like a tabby, kind of. Tabby?
Yeah, so we adopted him from our fishing store. We now have 10 cats that we're feeding over there.
Oh my
They're all
god.
so cute.
Yeah, we have like a family tree because we've been able to track the genealogy of these cats. We're
Oh
on
my
like
God.
we're on generation like 3 of the cats right now.
Oh my god.
You got some grandma cats.
The original cats had babies, and then those cats have had babies now. So that's
Wow.
what's been going on. It's nice. We get something to play with when we're working. You know, we keep the cats a lot of food. There's so many cats. What about you guys?
Me, once again, I haven't had much of an exciting extracurricular life.
That sounds so sad.
Are you a college student? Extracurricular?
What has happened? Not too. I don't know how recent it is because I'm kind of late on some like news, but there's an artist that I followed some of their stuff in the past. Her name is Clairo. I don't know how you pronounce her name.
Oh,
She released a new album, I believe, and I've been trying to go through some of her stuff. One of my favorite tracks so far is called Amoeba. Really, really nice instrumental. Like, very melancholy. Like, it sounds pretty, like, it kind of makes you feel something, but very, very beautiful instrumental. So check it out if you're interested in a new music rec.
hello.
Yes.
We have a person intruding on our recording.
Yeah,
Not
my
gonna say
sister.
who, but okay. Well, I wasn't gonna say who it is, but
Well, yeah, it's been that.
Clairo's she's basically one of the icons of the bedroom pop scene, right? Like,
Yeah. A
I
lot
remember,
of,
like-
chill pop.
I remember like Sophia blowing up a while back. That was good.
Can I say one more thing? The reason I dropped my phone in some water is because I was texting back Warren. That's the reason.
we were talking about anime. Speaking of which, I saw this week the 2 episodes of Maid Dragon that dropped. So spoiler alert, I guess. I didn't expect the whole gender bender thing in the beginning.
Oh,
like,
there's a
that's-
gender bender situation in episode 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
in the beginning of episode 2. I was like, that's gonna get some adult artists going. Like, that's like.
Oh, they're just they're just asking for it this
They're
season.
just asking for it.
There's so much fan service this season too.
I mean, the whole show is like full of fan service, right? Like, and like they do. That studio does a really good job of it. Like, that's what the studio is. Shout out to KyoAni.
The reason that show is good is because it's technically slice of life, right? Where it's supposed to be like cute and funny, but like they just drop an action sequence all of a sudden with ridiculous animation, right? It just happens once in a while on that show.
I'm telling you, you have to check out other shows from that studio. They do ridiculous animation shots like there's no tomorrow. Like, I'm just telling you. I feel you should watch Junibyo and Other Delusions. Junibyo Love and Other Delusions. And you're
That's
gonna love
the show with the girl with the eye patch, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I've
I've seen clips.
Right. I remember I did I did a GIF post, and you were like, "Where's that from?" It's good. You should check it out. My favorite.
How'd you feel about Dragon Maid?
Right.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it's good. No, it's good.
good.
It's perfectly enjoyable. Like, very relaxing. I remember like a while back, Doug was like, "Oh yeah, you should watch this with your girlfriend." Which, by the way, she does not watch anime.
You definitely should have watched this one with your girlfriend.
You really shouldn't.
Season 2 is way more sus than season 1 so far.
Way more. I was actually
Way
a little
more.
surprised. I don't know.
Oh,
why.
me too.
Yeah.
No,
Can't watch it with
if
your
you watch the
girlfriend, then.
first like 5 episodes of season 1, it's not that bad, you know.
No.
So now that all the characters are comfortable with each other, it got ramped up so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I assume the show is R-rated in Japan. I don't know.
It has to be.
It has to be.
There's so many it's not even innuendo. Sometimes it's direct.
But then again, it's Japan. Like,
Yeah,
you
true.
gotta keep that in mind. Like, it's the land of land of things I don't want to say.
Land
I
of
can't
the
say.
things. Okay.
All right, I'm looking it up right now.
It is on Crunchyroll, so you could go watch it over there. You know. All right. Are we ready to do the activity this week?
It's rated 15 and up, apparently. I don't know how. Look, let's talk about
Give me
some
one
food.
second.
We haven't done food in a while, right? We're gonna talk about
Yeah.
food. But you know what? We're gonna channel our inner 8-year-olds. You know, my mom used to be like, "Warren, you should eat these vegetables. They're good for your body. They're gonna make you smarter." And I was like, I don't want to be good to my body, and I don't want to be healthy. That's just not it for me. So here, I chose 16 objectively and subjectively the worst veggies to walk the planet of Earth. I have kept some of the more minor ones off of the list, like lotus roots, for example. Some people
Oh, that's
like.
good though. Sorry.
Get out of here. That sucks. But a lot of our listeners probably don't know what that is. You know, all the people in India, they're gonna be like lotus fruits. I don't know what that is. Some Japanese Korean stuff.
So we're gonna vote which one of these suck the most.
We're gonna pick some of the. We're gonna look through some of the worst 16, and we're gonna pick the worst, the one we don't want to eat, or just
All
as
right.
effectively the worst. Let's go.
Let's go.
Round 1. We have broccolis versus onions.
Oh no.
One of these is like top 5 best vegetables. One of these is like, all right. It's not horrendous.
Okay, frankly, when I added both of these, I was Googling like, oh, what do people think are bad veggies? I'm okay with both of these.
I'm okay. Okay. Onions are a good vegetable when cooked. I don't like raw onions personally.
Oh, I mean, who eats raw onions?
Bro, like
Lot
you go
of
to
people.
the Jungkook Jeep, they give you raw onions.
Okay, that's
Dude.
good. That's good.
See? You eat raw onions, bro.
I do, I guess.
Broccoli
yeah.
though, if it's there and it's in a sauce, it's fine. But broccoli's definitely worse than onions.
What? No.
Okay.
No.
You're crazy. Onions is a good vegetable.
No.
Okay.
Anita, why don't you like
Why?
onions?
Okay. I get how they add flavor.
Okay.
You know, like when you add them to certain dishes, like it's vital to get that flavor, and I get that. I always take the onions out because I
Like,
can't stand the texture.
Anita, you like fajitas, right?
I do. I take the onions out. I take the onions.
What kind of Mexican are you? Fake
God, Anita.
Mexican.
I don't know, but I feel like it's really hard for me because I can't get over the texture.
I love onions.
What
dude.
about the texture is bad? I don't
I
understand.
don't know. It's like it gets a little slimy, and then you bite into it, and then it's a crunch, and I don't
You're
know.
slimy.
I don't like it. I
Bro.
definitely prefer broccoli.
This weekend, I caramelized some onions.
Ooh.
So you know how I cooked this? I took a bunch of butter, threw it in the saucepan, got my onions, threw it in there, stirred that for an hour and a half.
An hour.
You have to stir
Okay.
to caramelize onion. It takes like an hour
Yeah.
plus,
Oh
right?
gosh.
At the end, we were left with this like onion buttery jelly, essentially, right?
Right.
Bro, we made hamburgers. We put that on it. Oh my goodness.
It's good. It's
Oh,
like
so
very
good.
sweet. It's like really
so
sweet.
good.
Way
Yeah.
more sweet than you would expect. Now, what some of my favorite sandwiches is you take the very long sauteed onions,
Uh-huh.
you know. You get some turkey ham, you know, you get some mozzarella, you get some mayo, slap it on a piece of toast or a baguette or whatever. You have like a really
my
really nice
God.
sandwich. That is good. And it's like really it kind of tastes it almost tastes sometimes like there's like balsamic vinegar in it,
Yep.
and it's good.
Wait,
Broccoli.
Anita, you like broccoli, Anita?
I do. I like broccoli.
Here's the thing. Broccoli. One of my favorite Korean rappers is Mr. Zene Dozilla over here. Infamous for his green hair, Mr. Broccoli of K-hip hop himself. You know, there's nothing wrong with just being green, you know, Mr. Green. Well, I don't know why people hate broccolis. That's the thing. Like,
It's all right. You need like broccoli is I think dependent on what you pair it with versus and like what if there's a sauce relation. With it.
Really? I eat it just steamed.
what?
Yeah, it's perfectly fine, just steamed.
What? You don't cook it?
Well, it's
No,
cooked if you steam it.
Steamed is cooked.
No, that's like you have steamed it. That's not like food. Oh, okay, I mean, it's food. But
That's not
a
like
dish.
food. You
It's not a
steamed-
dish.
No, I mean like I'm saying as like a side thing, you
So,
know.
like,
Like,
so
you
you're
steam
fine,
the
but like
broccoli.
you just steam broccoli.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing.
stir fry broccoli.
What
Stir frying is actual food. You
What about
season it a
on-
little bit?
You know why else onions are good? Onions at the Korean barbecue, bro.
Oh, that's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
Okay, here's the thing. Between broccolis and onions, I feel like broccoli, when prepared
worse.
not well, has a
horrendous.
foul stench. You know, like
I wouldn't say that. Onions have a stench too, dude.
Yeah,
yes, and it almost
onions
makes
make
me
you
cry.
cry.
I know, but
Yeah, but
tears
whatever.
of joy. Tears
Yeah,
of joy.
yeah, because it tastes so good.
The thing
Broccoli's
of,
worse.
the thing with
Broccoli's worse.
broccoli, I feel like between onions and onion for me is like a top 5 vegetable.
Me
Like,
too,
What?
bro. Onions.
Unbelievable.
All right, let's pick. All right, we're picking broccoli, right? Broccoli's worse.
yeah.
Sorry,
Right.
Anita.
Round 2, zucchinis versus Brussels sprouts.
All right.
Love Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts is top 5 for me as well.
Okay, hear me out, buddies. Brussels sprouts, people say like, oh, if you like toast it in some honey and like maple syrup and some bacon, it's so
What?
good.
Syrup.
Maple syrup.
I don't know. How do you guys prepare it?
All you need is
Oven
like,
roasted.
dude, you like, all right, you oven roasted, salt and like some salt and pepper, olive oil, throw that in the oven.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
Roast them up when they're nice and crispy. Some people add some citrus at the end. You add some bacon at the end if you want. Make it fancy, bro. It's amazing.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Tried it. It's not good. It's just
What?
it has a weird like smell to it. That's just like overpowers everything else you're eating.
The
Man,
baby
you-
cabbages.
It's
They're
so good, bro.
fun-sized
I get
cabbage.
like I didn't like Brussels sprouts growing up. Now that I'm an adult, we got the man taste buds
Okay.
up in here now.
Look,
Brussels sprouts.
Anita has been like Brussels sprouts are baby cabbage. Why not just eat cabbage? Cabbage is fine. It's
Cause they're better, dude.
wow, is Brussels
dude.
sprouts better
Okay.
than cabbage?
Other than hobakjeon, the fried zucchini, right? Where you
Yeah.
other than that, what a good application of zucchini is there?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is just like braised
It is
vegetables.
the face of French home cuisine. It is adored by West and East alike.
No,
And you're gonna tell me that it is better than Brussels sprouts, which
Brussels
people
sprouts are.
eat?
Let's put it this way: if I ever see Brussels sprouts on a menu, whether it's an appetizer or a side, I order it. 100%.
First of all, I've gone to restaurants with you. I've seen it on the menu. You have not ordered
Where?
it. That's a lie.
Where?
I'm sure we've gone to some place
No,
that
we
has
haven't,
Brussels
dude. We always
sprouts.
eat Asian food. Asians don't eat Brussels sprouts.
Because we're smart and we don't eat things that taste bad.
Bro, Brussels sprouts are a top 5 vegetable, right, Anita?
Okay.
I think we lost her this time.
I think you lost her too.
Let's
Hear
just
me
pick
out.
for her because she's gonna pick
No!
zucchini's worst.
No, hear me out. Zucchinis. The thing with zucchini is that it is unobtrusive. It creates harmony and it's harmonious with the other elements in your food item. Brussels sprouts doesn't do that. They have to be the main item, and that's it. There's one way to cook it. That's so unversatile.
You bugging, fam. How about okay, so I am clearly gonna vote for zucchini as worse. Warren's gonna vote for Brussels sprouts as worse. Wait till Anita comes back and we'll actually make a decision. So we'll take another break. 3, 2, 1. We're back again we're from the future now. Anita, as we left off, right when we left off, we said Anita will have the final say. Which of these two is worse, zucchini or Brussels sprouts?
Zucchini.
You guys are
Let's go, Anita. Completely agree with you on this one.
round 3. We have cauliflower versus beetroots.
Oh.
All right.
No, okay. I have a least favorite here.
I'm mixed about this.
Okay.
I'm mixed because, like, I don't like cauliflower all that much, right?
Okay.
But like, I can't remember the last time I ate beets.
I remember.
Like, I don't eat
remember
beets
too.
all the time. Like, I don't know. I've had it in like a vegetarian sandwich or a couple salads, but like, if you told me this is the beet taste, I couldn't really tell you what it tastes like.
Tastes like soil. That's what it tastes like.
Okay.
Yeah, it really does.
I'm not kidding. I'm not like joking when I say that. It literally tastes like dirt.
Earthy.
And like, here's the thing. Like, I see it in some of the salads that are like, oh, we're
It was
you know,
kinda
like one of those
pleasant,
like
though. Roasted beets in a salad is okay, in my opinion.
what? No, it's not. Get out of
It's
here. No,
It's not? Okay.
no. Like every time. Okay, like there's bodegas, the delis. And then there's like the places that like they're like, oh, we're the premium delis that have like stir-fried Asian food. If you go there, there's like salad places with like beetroots in it. And I'm like, nobody's gonna eat that because of the beetroots. And it is true. It just tastes bad.
It's kind of good though.
No, it's not.
Okay, but
Cauliflowers is just like white broccolis.
Exactly. I was gonna say it's very similar to
cauliflower is just like bulbous broccoli. You know, cauliflower,
Yeah.
although raw, like, you know how sometimes you dip broccoli or cauliflower into hummus? I do prefer cauliflower to hummus in that application.
Have you guys have you guys had cauliflower chips?
I've had cauliflower chips, cauliflower
Yeah.
crust is You know,
Oh yeah.
I've eaten riced cauliflower too. That's a thing
Same.
as well.
But, those are good. I do that. Every now and
It's
then.
pretty neutral tasting, to be honest. All right,
Yeah.
we'll pick beetroots. I don't think that was too much of a debate.
Purple
Alright,
file
next.
thing. Spinaches versus cucumbers.
Spinach, dude.
Spinach.
I enjoy one of these. Don't like the other one.
I love spinach.
I like spinach. I'm not a cucumber person.
Um,
어이가 없어, you know.
the thing with spinach, I feel like it is a vile piece of the vegetable family.
What?
And people think it's good. People think it's like
It's
oh,
good.
Good. It's superior
I
to
have not.
lettuce.
Let me finish my sentence. People think it's good because they grow up watching American propaganda, these
good, though.
cartoons that are like, "Oh, I eat spinach, I'm strong now." No, that's not how that works. Eat your proteins instead. Spinach is like all right.
Spinach is good as a salad green. It's good on like, you know, some applications. Like a spinach dip is good. Sometimes
yeah.
there's sometimes pizzas have some spinach on it. I think that's good as well. You know, spinach is often complemented with cheese. Typically, if I think about it now.
Is it?
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't know. I see when I think about spinach, I think of the Korean way of preparing it.
Shigimchi. Yeah.
What?
Shigimchi?
Yeah, shigimchi. Like it's a namu yori, right? Like they like
It's a banchan, stir-fried spinach in a little bit of sesame oil with maybe some sesame seeds on top.
steam. They don't stir fry it. But what they do is they steam it and then they like add oil to it and then
It's
they
good.
like stir and then they mix
It's
it
good.
around. No, it's not. It's like the worst. It's the F tier of namus. Like
What?
It's the worst
Really?
namu to exist.
It's good.
People are gonna agree with me. You guys haven't had the good like the brown stuff is way better than this poo spinach thing. I think cucumber is way better.
Okay, I don't like cucumber taste, but I will say there are certain applications of cucumber that's good, particularly like you know how sometimes Chinese put hot oil on it?
Oh yeah,
Like-
that's good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That is a
some
good
stuff.
application of cucumbers.
Yeah, that's good.
But spinach.
Spinach is better though, right, Anita?
No,
Yeah, that's my go-to. I prefer it to lettuce.
Yeah, me too.
when you're making salad,
Yeah, spinach is
Yeah,
good.
sandwich
eat
or something?
arugula.
I mean, okay, if there's no arugula, I'll choose the spinach over or the mixed
Yes.
greens over
There
the
are
lettuce.
baby
Yeah.
spring. There are baby spring greens, and you're gonna tell me you're gonna choose
Spring
spinach?
mix is like half spinach, isn't it?
It's like about 33%.
All right, it's in there.
It's redeemable because of the other stuff in there.
Anita, we are picking cucumber as being worse, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You guys are outrageous.
Cucumber's just not that good.
Round 5, we have okra versus carrots.
All right, I've had both of these.
I don't know if I've had okra.
Anita, you would hate okra. It sometimes is a little bit slimy.
Sometimes, little bit.
It's typically
No.
slimy.
Okra is slime.
So
Yeah.
kind of like an onion.
No, it's worse. It's
Oh.
like slimy.
Worse.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's worse.
Onions in my book are not slimy.
Yeah, I
Anita.
agree.
How are they not slimy?
Because I've tasted okra, which is slimy.
Carrots are
Although-
so good.
I've had fried okra in the South. That's kind of good though. But carrots is just good. Like it's sweet.
Yeah.
You know, you can add it in many things. I like carrots.
Okay, look.
You don't like carrots either?
All the memes aside, everything aside, carrots are my least favorite vegetable.
What?
Are you serious?
Are you
Warren?
serious?
I'm actually not trying to joke. I'm like
How is
100.
that possible?
Call my mom, and she will tell you, yeah, that kid has a thing against carrots. I don't know why.
Carrots are good.
Why?
They just, you eat them, and then the weird smell that fills up the back end of your mouth.
Bro,
It's
you've said
horrible.
like half
What
of
are
these
you
vegetables are
talking about?
smelly so far, dude.
They have a weird stench to them.
Bro, carrots are good in a bibimbap, you know, in a big
They're
old
good in
pot,
everything.
in like a pot roast, right, Anita? You got a
Yeah.
nice braised carrot.
Here's the thing. There's one way of eating carrots that I will accept, and it's carrot juice. That tastes good.
What?
That tastes good. It does.
Carrots, dude, carrot cake is good. You know,
No, it's not.
Delicious.
It's
No.
delicious.
No. I'm
What?
like,
How
I'm
is it you-
not even
You
kidding.
like the worst form, the juice.
Carrots
form?
is like one of the most mild vegetables on this list.
Carrot juice is great. What is wrong with you?
Carrot juice is the worst application of carrots.
Okay,
dude.
look, I understand you guys are surprised and unhappy with me liking the orange veggie, but there's nothing wrong with liking the juice. The juice is juice. It's fine. It's just like eating OJ, but for me, it's CJ.
Oh no, it does not taste like OJ.
I'm not saying it tastes like OJ. I'm just saying the application is similar.
This dude is like carrots suck, yet I love the worst application of it.
No, I don't love it either. I'm okay with it. I accept it as
carrots,
an eatable
carrots are delicious.
I agree, very delicious.
The more you cook, the more you roast or braise them, even better. You know,
The sweeter they get, yeah.
the sweeter they get.
Here's the thing. I'm willing to choose okra over carrots here. I think there's something vile and evil about okra.
I think okra's okay. It's just not. There's just not that many applications for it.
But
Yeah.
let it be heard, there are people out there who don't like carrots. I'm not the only one.
I'm sure. But like carrots is kind of good.
Get out of here. Asparagus versus tomato. My favorite veggies.
Wait, what?
Both?
Both of them.
These are like bottom tier for me, both of them.
What?
Okay.
I prefer one over the other.
Okay, no, okay, here's the thing. I can deal with the tomato that's been cooked in some form. You make it a sauce, you know, we roast it a little. I'm like one of the few Koreans, I can't eat raw tomatoes. I just don't like it.
Oh, I also don't like raw tomatoes.
I don't like raw, like in a salad or something.
You
I don't like
you
it.
guys think I'm crazy for not liking carrots.
Yeah. Tomatoes, the kind of texturally weird, right, Anita?
Exactly, right? It gets like
Yeah,
really
it's like,
Fine. This
squishy.
yeah, ooh.
You have seeds in your body. What's wrong with tomatoes having seeds in their bodies? What's wrong?
I prefer.
Like I don't like these Korean people. Okay, dude. Worst thing, you go to a Korean place and they serve you tomatoes like it's fruit. What's wrong with you?
I mean, it is a.
What's wrong with bro?
Here's the thing: Korean tomatoes are like much more sweeter than the American
Okay.
kind.
I visited my sister once when she was living in Korea, and we went and visited her high school that she was teaching at. They brought us to the teacher's lounge / principal's office place, and they served us cut up tomatoes. Your boy
It
ate
was an apple.
I ate 6 of them to be polite. It was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Fine. It's literally like one of the traditional like desserts. You get some tomatoes.
Desserts?
Yeah, you get one of those big tomatoes, like chop them up into
And
like
they
those like
sprinkle, Koreans sometimes sprinkle a little sugar on it too.
right?
Yeah.
It tastes good.
I've
It
never
tastes good.
tasted it
It's
like
not
that.
good.
Now, you guys are crazy. Asparagus is also one of my favorite veggies.
I prefer asparagus. I'll give you
It's
that.
like you get some olive oil.
I don't like
You know?
smelly pea.
Okay, I know we had this conversation like 4 years ago. I remember like this was too early into our relationship to call you out on your craziness. My pee smells fine.
Are you kidding, dude? If you Google asparagus, one of the first search results is like bad, like piss, dude.
Literally, you have inferior genes that are,
Are you kidding,
incapable
dude?
of digesting.
That is one of the most
asparagus.
notable, dude. On everyone at home, Google about asparagus and going to the bathroom. It's like one of the most notable things about it is it makes a lot of people's urine smell terrible.
It doesn't for me. I don't know. It tastes fine.
Wait, is there a question? Is there no I'm saying I'm not talking about the taste. I'm talking about the effects. Is there no noticeable difference in your smell, like your bathroom smell?
Okay, first of all, I don't smell my pee every time.
No. Like I don't want to. Like it's just that pungent after the fact.
Well, I don't think so. No.
Are you really?
I didn't know it was a
am I-
thing.
Am I the weird one? Let me Google this.
Here's the thing. Google. Depending on the study you read, it's estimated that between 20 to 50% of people experience bad asparagus pee smell.
That's me, dude.
Is that like
That's
the
me?
cilantro thing?
I don't know.
I
but,
am
like,
saying you guys have those inferior genes.
I
don't have any problem.
eat one stalk of asparagus. My urine's gonna smell for the rest of the day. One stalk. dude.
Wow.
Okay, I mean that seems like a you problem. You should solve it on your
I
own.
guess it's a me problem. That being said, I think tomatoes have. Although I am the only way I like raw tomatoes is if it's in a caprese salad with some mozzarella and some balsamic vinegar. I will be down with that. That being said, I think tomatoes have infinitely more delicious applications than asparagus and tomato sauces and things of that nature. Roasted tomatoes are fine with me.
guess,
Therefore, I think asparagus is worse.
울퉁불퉁 멋진 몸에. Tomato has a whole song about it. I will vote asparagus as the worst vegetable for the same reasons as well. Not a lot of applications, you know?
Yeah, you basically roast it and that's about it, right? All right, F asparagus, and it's making my peas.
No,
stink,
asparagus is fine. Round 7. Peas versus bell peppers.
I like both of these.
What is wrong with you? You
What?
and I are like on the complete opposite with these veggies.
I've liked almost all the vegetables so far, minus like one.
These suck.
What?
I need to
Anita,
say
you-
something.
I think we lost her again.
Oh, did you lose her again?
I see her talking indicator going, but I can't
wait.
hear her.
I thought I heard her laugh.
Uh?
We'll be right back. 3, 2, 1. We're back.
All right, we're back again. Anita's here. Peas or bell peppers, Anita? I personally like both of these vegetables.
Yeah.
Warren hates like all vegetables. How do you feel about these two?
Let's see. I don't eat peas very often, but I eat bell peppers all the time.
But you don't
So I
eat
feel-
onions.
I don't eat onions.
They're basically like relatives.
Yeah.
No.
You know what, Anita? You and I can go get fajitas together.
I was gonna say the fajita veggies.
Yeah, you get the onions.
I'll get the onions. You take the bell peppers.
Peas
Yeah,
are good
yeah.
in peas in like a Latin rice though.
Oh yeah, and rice
That's
is really
good.
Okay. Here's
con
where I
pollo?
draw the line. Here's where I draw the line. Bell peppers by themselves, you know what? I can get on that. If it's seasoned, if it's like stir fried, tastes good. Peas by themselves without anything else?
What? I could just eat peas. Dude.
No, it's not good. There's a reason people feed it to people in jail. You
Bro,
know?
if you get some peas,
I don't
you
know.
put a little tiny bit of butter on it, bro. I could eat that as a side.
Oh, that's no. I'll eat it
Peas
if it's
and rice.
edamame.
Peas and rice is delicious.
Okay,
Yeah,
but that's
really good.
relying on rice.
Peas in a pot pie is good.
Oh, like chicken pot pie.
I like pot pie. I'm not eating
okay.
chicken pot pie for the peas.
That being said, I do like peppers more. I think there's more
Same.
applications. I think
Same.
peas are worse out of the two. All right.
Peas out.
Peas. So we're gonna select peas as the worst out of the
Round 8. Eggplants versus celery.
I
Ooh.
like one of these, and the other one is least favorite vegetable.
I can stomach one. I cannot the other.
I despise celery.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I hate celery, dude.
I think celeries are like edible spoons, basically.
Watery, fibrous asshole of a vegetable.
They're also like a lot more high calorie than you'd expect.
What?
Oh, really?
Okay,
Actually,
I
I'm
didn't
not.
know that.
I'm not. I'm
No,
not
is
super
it
sure.
isn't celery the food they say is negative calories if you chew on it?
Is it?
Yeah.
That sounds
Oh,
about
okay.
right.
Never mind.
No, you're
I
crazy.
wouldn't know. Well, I wouldn't know because I'm busy eating my ranch and blue cheese sauce with celery instead. You know.
Okay,
like,
that's the only time is when you're eating wings and there's celery. All right, you can palate a little. In some Cajun cooking, celery is involved in like typically like a gumbo or a jambalaya.
Yeah,
there
yeah,
might
yeah.
be some celery in the red beans and rice I made last week. There was celery. That's okay. Celery by itself is horrific. I remember in like kindergarten, they're like, celery's good, but let's put 4 pounds of peanut butter on it. You know, it's like, all right, it's like you're just using it as a vessel to get peanut butter.
Exactly.
Eggplants though, I love eggplants. Eggplant parm is good. Chinese applications in like a Szechuan type deal is delicious.
it's good too.
I just like all types of eggplants, man.
The thing with celery that is not true about eggplants is that when you put celery in your food, whatever the dish is, it's gonna taste like celery. Every
Yeah, I don't like
spoonful of
that.
it is gonna smell and taste like celery. You know what it's like? You know, one of those like annoying class clown kids in high school that are like
Yeah.
acting like they're in 3rd grade and they ruin everything. That is the celery.
I agree. If there's a decent, like some dishes have a little bit of celery, it's all right. But if there's a significant amount of celery in something, I'm not down. You know what's the worst? When you get like a chicken salad or like a tuna salad and there's just a buttload of celery, it's like, oh, what are we doing here? You know, not good. Eggplant though, that's a good vegetable. You know,
Eggplant's okay.
we're cooking some eggplant tomorrow in my house. We grew some.
Nice.
You know?
I don't need any, but I think I like eggplants a little more than
All
celery.
right, yeah, celery's horrific though. Goddamn. All right, we are on to round 2, quarterfinals.
Asparagus versus
Alright.
broccoli.
Me being P boy over here, I'm still picking asparagus is worse.
Man, here's the thing. When I like eat alone, like when I'm just making dinner and like when I'm just like making stir fry pasta real quick, I either do broccoli or I do either broccoli or either asparagus.
I'll eat some broccoli. Very rarely will I eat some asparagus. Maybe if it comes with a steak, sometimes they give you some asparagus. I'll palate some of that.
Here's the thing. We're in a capitalist society.
Okay.
Where's this going?
Where's this going?
Per weight value, asparagus is more expensive than broccoli.
True. That's true.
Because we live in a capitalist society, things that are more expensive in value are more higher quality. Therefore, asparagus is the superior vegetable. And if you disagree, you are disagreeing with capitalism.
Well, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Anita, broccoli's better, right?
Yeah, I like broccoli more.
I agree. Okay. Let's go around. Let's before we keep going, what are some of my favorite stuff? Obviously, potatoes are goated, right? Potatoes are the best.
Are we talking
the
about,
best.
Are we
It's the
talking about
best.
stuff we like?
Yeah, potatoes.
Yeah. Potatoes are
For
great.
me, honestly, onions is at the top. Here's one that you guys like. I like collard greens, like bitter greens and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
That
You like
stew.
that?
Try
Oh,
that.
I love that, dude. We make collard greens all the time at my house, even though we're in the north.
You know I was gonna put that and didn't because
I love
okra.
collard greens, dude. It's so
Man,
good. Yeah. Arugula's good.
Arugula's
Arugula's
great.
delicious.
great.
What other
What's your guys' take on kale? You guys like kale?
I think kale is worse taste than collard greens, so I'm not a huge fan
If
of
you
kale.
put it on a smoothie, it would taste okay.
Yeah, but Anita, you're saying if we pulverize it and hide it, it's okay.
with
That's
some
what you're saying. It's essentially what you're saying there.
You know what my favorite veg is though?
What?
Avocados.
All right.
Those are great.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's just has a cheat code because it's like high fat content,
It's
essentially,
just
right?
butter, honestly.
Wait, does corn is a
Corn's a
vegetable,
vegetable.
Oh,
right?
corn's
I
great
like
Corn
too.
is good.
Corn's great.
Most applications of corn are delicious. Like my favorite type of muffin is a corn muffin.
I love corn muffin. Yes,
Yeah,
cornbread.
I love
Everything.
cornbread.
So good.
Yeah, I don't like cornbread.
What?
Corn.
Zucchini bread's good too, though.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
carrot.
thing?
And carrot.
Carrot, all of the vegetable breads are delicious.
Why are you putting veggies in your breads?
They're
It turns
good.
out
doing
sweet.
that.
Bro,
It turns out
okay,
sweet.
you know
No,
what's good?
just put sugar instead.
A focaccia with some roasted peppers. I know Anita won't like it, but there's sometimes some roasted onions on like caramelized onions on a focaccia. Oh, it's so good. That being said, all right, what did we pick as the worst one out of these two? Asparagus. right?
Broccoli.
Asparagus.
Broccoli. I can't believe this.
Asparagus.
Round
Potatoes are the
two.
best though.
Round 2, peas versus beetroots.
I'm picking beetroot here. I like peas.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like either, but one of them's just absolute the worst.
All right, beetroot, get in here for the worst vegetable.
Round
All right.
3, we have celery versus okra.
Ooh. I dislike them both. Well, I haven't tried okra very much. I don't
Okay.
think I have.
I've had okra, and it's been good, right? Like I had some okra sometime, and I was like, "This is pretty good." It's not terrible. I have never eaten an application of celery, or I'm like, "Oh, it's amazing celery." It's never happened. I've never had celery where I'm happy afterwards. I'm like, yeah, I eat it because it's in something, right? And I'm like, I'll tolerate this now.
You know,
It's disgusting.
do you guys know who said like there's a saying, right? Like if you deep fry a food, it tastes good. Like if you deep fry shoes, it'll taste good.
Yeah,
Somebody said that quote.
Deep fried okra is good.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what isn't good?
Deep fried celery sounds horrific.
That sounds horrific.
Yeah. I don't
Bye,
think
celery.
you might not be able to because of the water content in it, because it's mostly water.
Oh, right.
It might come out weird.
It's
Yeah,
so
you'd have
hard
to-
to eat.
Yeah,
Chew
no.
it out.
Get it out of here.
Outta
Celery.
here. Get out of here.
Cucumber
We got
versus
basically the
zucchini.
same thing here.
Whoa.
I like zucchinis more than cucumbers.
I also agree with that.
I also like that more
All right.
than cucumbers.
Yeah, cucumbers. It's all right. It's not fantastic though.
All right, asparagus versus celery.
Celery's the worst.
Okay, here I will concede that I rather eat some asparagus and have smelly pea than eat a
Right?
eat a stalk of celery.
Right.
Honestly, I feel like celery is probably a relic of the past, relic of evolution. People were eating, they were figuring out what to eat. And they ate celery, and they were like,
celery is in the trinity, though, of Creole cooking. It is
what
one
cooking?
Of the
Creole. The South.
Louisiana cooking. It's
I'm not from the South. I don't know anybody from Louisiana.
I bet it tastes good when it's all like seasoned and added up.
All the Creole applications, it's like it's been simmering for like 2 hours in it, where it's it's good then. Because anything's good.
State.
If you simmer anything in delicious stock or enough, it probably tastes okay, right?
Yeah.
Celery's the worst.
All right, beetroot and cucumber. All right, at this point, cucumber ain't that bad, in my opinion.
It's not.
Cucumber made it all the way up here because it has had like
unlucky matchups.
Right. Beetroots,
Okay, that being said, roasted beets I like.
Have you had beet juice?
I've had beet juice. It's not that good.
I
like
did not
beets.
like it.
Get out. No, it's bad. All right,
so
finals.
I am okay with beets. Celery is my least favorite vegetable. That's why for me, celery is the worst one by far.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna bring up evolution again. When humanity was evolving and learning what to eat and what not to eat, they probably picked up somewhere that green stuff is like kind of okay to eat. So I understand. Celery looks like other veggies that might taste fine. But beetroots is purple. Who had the idea?
Hey, pomegranates are good. That's purple.
Right, no, but it's a different shade. It comes from the ground. What I'm trying to tell you is people went through the effort of discovering this ingredient, it just tastes horrible.
Hey, purple yams are good. Goguma's good.
Some turnips.
You're missing my point. You're missing my point.
They're all circular and in the ground, dude.
But what I'm trying to tell you is there's a lot more greens that are above ground that are tasty and much more edible. So I understand humanity, not being fully evolved. We probably overgeneralized. All the green stuff is good. Beetroots, I'm telling you, people went through the effort of digging up the ground and finding these weird veggies.
Warren, let's go to New York and eat some roasted beets at a delicious
No,
restaurant.
I'm not gonna go.
I'm gonna order that, and I'm gonna order the Brussels sprouts too.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go to Korean barbecue instead. Goodbye.
Oh, Korean barbecue.
Wait, okay, so I vote celery. I guess Warren's voting beetroot here. Anita, you get to decide this. Which is the worst vegetable according to SojuTalk?
See, it's been a while since I've eaten beetroots. So I feel like
are they even called beetroots? I always just call them beets.
Beets. Yeah. So I feel like maybe I could eat it, but I've tasted celery quite a while, and I still don't like it.
Anita, hear me out. One last defense, right? You haven't had beets in a while.
I haven't.
Do you know why?
It's kind of rare though.
It's your evolutionary instinct kicking in. You are unconsciously avoiding the foul object,
Well, okay, I did have like a traumatizing experience growing up because my mom really wanted us to eat healthy, and we drank beet juice a lot when we were younger, and I hated it. It tasted really, really bad. And maybe that's why I've never eaten it again.
Hey, celery juice sounds even worse, though.
See, I mean, here's the thing, Anita. If you hadn't had beet juice while growing up, you could have been a superior human being. And you never reached your full potential because of these foul things from the ground.
All right, Anita, make your selection. Which is worse out of beets and celery?
Beets.
I want to say beets, I guess.
What? Y'all
celery.
Y'all are tripping. Beets are good.
Let's go.
Y'all are tripping. All right. Apparently, the worst vegetable, according to SojuTalk, is beets. God.
Beets suck.
Let me get back to the traditional settings. All right. Boom.
But at the end of the day, if your mom makes them, they all taste good. So
you gotta eat it.
That's true.
Respect your mom's cooking, boys and girls.
All right. Next week on Wednesday, Suran is releasing a song, and then on Monday, July 26th, EXO's Dio. I think it's his first solo album, and then I believe Akmu is coming back as well. So those are probably the two that we're covering. But this has been Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. You know, we had a couple disconnections from Anita, but we made it through.
Sorry about that.
Apparently we hate beats, but we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons. Based Mina, Delmonic, Jedi, Goku Mama, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, Malfiar, NJ Parks, Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk. And special thanks to our Discord server mods, Jacob, K-Music Erde, Koala, Malfiar, Max, No Bias Nuna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.